Hey everybody, this is Geneva of Geneva's Closet. And first I want to start off by saying please like, share, and please like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so. And please be sure to go over on my Facebook page and follow me at Geneva's Closet because I'm going to be leaving links to a lot of the things that I'm going to be talking about today. I had not a My plan was not originally to talk about this story, even though I think it's a very sad story. And I've been following it, or I had started following it when I was in Dubai, because that's when it happened. And I just found it to be really interesting and a sad story. And about the 30-year-old Dallas, Texas police officer who name has just been reported now is Amber Guyger, who shot and killed 26-year-old Botham John. And this was actually on Thursday night. This happened September 6th. And the police or whatever is reporting that this 30-year-old police officer, female white police officer, Amber Guyger, I guess she lived in the same complex as Botham John, and she had worked a 15-hour shift. This is what they're saying. And she parked in the wrong garage. So since she parked in the wrong garage, she ended up going to the a wrong apartment. And she thought that this apartment was hers. And she went in and shot Botham in the chest and killed him. Now, that's their story. Now, even though when this happened, she was not arrested, nothing happened to her. If anything, she was arrested, I think, Sunday night, Sunday evening, and she was charged with manslaughter. And they said her bond was set at 300,000, but that was posted automatically, and she did not even stay a night in jail. And now she's out. Now, even though that took from Thursday when she killed Botham up until Sunday when she was arrested, they never told us anything. They said that they didn't even release her name. They said that they was not going to release her name until they charged her. So they were waiting to charge her before they even released her name. Now, mind you, this happened on Thursday, but on Friday, on social media, the social media streets were already talking. Based on my research, the first thing I seen was a video that a neighbor had posted on her. I seen it on Facebook, but originally the video was on Instagram because she said that she tried to post it 4 times, and for whatever reason she couldn't post it, but she finally got it up, and she was trying to tell people to make sure you share it. And what she said about that night, she said, was my night was interrupted by a cop mistakenly, she has it in quotations, murdering a neighbor. I seem to be the only one with any footage of this. So here you go. First video is the cop a few seconds after she pulled the trigger crying. And the second video is them pretending to revive what I believe to be an already deceased victim. These clips come from a 10-minute video. First clip is 57 seconds into the video. The second clip is at 7:33. There was 6 minutes she spent crying in the hall. I am not interested in selling the footage. She basically wanted to get it out there, she said, before it magically disappears. And then this particular posting had a picture of 2 videos. Well, yeah, it was actually 2 videos. One showing the police officer, showing Amber Guyger on the phone, pacing back and forth, and then the other one with, I guess, the paramedics on Botham, like how she said, pretending to revive him, and she believed that he was already deceased. And I'm pretty sure if you shot him in the chest, you know what I mean? She shot him in the chest, and based on what this neighbor said, it was 6 minutes that she seen Amber outside crying before the ambulance even got there. So we already know that he was dead. So what they was doing, I don't know. Maybe they knew that people already had cameras filming, so they was trying to play it off. Now, what I find, and then matter of fact, because this is all happening on Friday and Saturday, things are surfacing on social media. Now, actually, someone had already found the picture, because I had went on Twitter looking this whole thing up, and people had already found a picture of the Amber girl. here she was right here. They found the picture of her and already was saying that she was saying a cop police officer. Now this was before they released anything to us, because they're just now releasing, you know, her picture and her name and stuff to us. This was already going around on social media. And then this was saying, and people were saying, now the video, the picture that I see them posting, this video with him and 3 white women, we wasn't necessarily saying that Amber was in that picture. I think that what people were saying was that because words was going around that they knew each other, that they were in a relationship. And because there is another thing was going around Saturday where someone had said on Instagram, according to the neighbor across the hall, she was beating on the door, telling him to open up. They had some sort of involvement. So then someone said in the comments, where did you hear that? And then she responded back by saying, a friend whose cousin lived across the street. Now, I had always been saying that the friends and neighbors have to know more to this story, because how the media, the big media, you know, is trying to report this, and the police is as if, because I heard something today saying that the pictures that's going around, that there's no proof that they know each other. And I do want to state this, that even the family's attorney, who I think goes by the last name Merritt, if I'm not mistaken, he has even made several claims saying that the girl, Amber, Guyger, and Botham did not know each other, that they did not have any involvement. But I find it a coincidence that they lived in the same apartment complex. And I also heard things saying that she had been drinking, that they're saying that I guess she worked a 15-hour shift and that she had been drinking too. I found it a coincidence that they lived in the same complex. She had her uniform on. They said she had been drinking, and she thought this apartment was hers, and she was somehow able to get inside the apartment. Now, you know, but then they're saying, you know, because I have heard claims that she had a key fob. And I'm like, a key fob? What does a key fob have to do with an apartment? We didn't say the garage. We said she got in the apartment. Then they saying that she had a key. Well, then how the hell did she get a key then? Then they're saying that the door was unlocked. Oh, well, what a coincidence. What a coincidence then that they stayed in the same apartment complex. She just so happened to park in the wrong garage area. And then I guess she did a 15-hour shift, and, you know, she was so tired and oblivious. So then she goes to this apartment, and then the door just so happened to be unlocked. And then she walks in and she sees this black guy that she's never seen before, even though she lives in the same apartment complex, but she's never seen him before. And she was so frightened that she took out her gun and then shot him in the chest. And that's really what they want us to believe, even though they gave her what, like 3 days to sit back and didn't anyone say anything. Now, my man said that he believes that during this time of them sitting back and not saying anything before they came and charged her, that he believed that they were trying to find things in Botham's past to try to bring up or something, and they couldn't find nothing. They found out that he was a good kid and that his family was a prominent family. He was born in St. Lucia, and, you know, he was singing in the choir. I mean, like, what church was he with? I think they said the Better Christ or something church. And, you know, he was a good kid. I say that they were sitting in the background for 3 days trying to get their stories together. So whenever I guess they decide to tell us what exactly happened, because now I feel like we're never going to get the truth, because they're not really even letting us know what the neighbors, because don't you think that the neighbors and the friends have some things to say about some things that they would know? You know, because if this person filmed, I wonder if someone else filmed. Did someone else hear the shooting, come to the door? People woke. We all know. We watched the first 48 and stuff. There's always someone who really knows what's going on, whether they say anything or not, because we're dealing with who and what? Texas. We're dealing with Dallas, Texas. We're not only dealing with the South people, we're dealing with the deep South. And we're dealing with some prejudice that's real. And I think that this is some scary stuff, because usually, come on, people, let's keep it real. Usually, they try to get us with, you know, he was walking down the street and, you know, she thought he did something wrong, put out the gun and shot him. He had flinched, you know, he flinched and they got scared and shot the gun. They was wrestling. And then I had to take out the gun and shoot you. You know, you went and looked like you was grabbing something. So then they had to pull out the gun and shoot you. This boy was in his home. He was in his home, and social media is talking and saying that they knew each other and they had been dating, and that she was upset. Wait, because what is something else I had read? They said what did someone else say? Said that she was upset because she found out that he was talking to someone else. I don't know. Hey, because like I said, I'm just letting you know what the family attorney said. He said that they didn't know each other, but I refuse to believe that one until at least they come out and tell us a little bit something that make a whole lot more sense on how she ended up going to his door and getting the door open. And don't just tell me that the door was unlocked and what happened once she got in there. But like I said, the story is never at this point going to really be authentic unless we're getting it from some friends or neighbors. Anything coming out of her mouth or the police of Dallas, Texas is a bunch of BS, because it took you 72 hours to even arrest her for manslaughter, and now Botham Shem John is gone. So we can never get his side of the story on what happened when she entered that apartment. All we're going to get is her side of the story, which she is a white female Dallas, Texas police officer that it took them 3 hours to even release her name or a picture of her. They are totally on her side. They are totally helping her. And yeah, I think Michael Jackson has said it best. Don't you remember that song? All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. Black people need to be worried. You need to be worried. That's why when people be trying to tell me, you know, Geneva, like I said, travel, be careful out there. Be careful in the United States. Like, what are you talking about? They don't care nothing about us. We're going to see how this whole thing is going to play out and then what they're going to say about the situation. But like I said, I want to talk about it from real talk. I mean, like, let's talk real talk, like Black people real talk, keeping it real. Y'all know what I'm talking about, what's going out there in social media streets talk. We're not finna do this Fox News, Dallas News, Texas News, that BS that y'all sitting up here trying to give us, that at the end of the day, we're like, none of this stuff making any sense. What did they say? It said, someone said, and they're saying that it's unverified, but this is what was going on before, when social media was already releasing pictures of this chick, before the police showed us anything day before yesterday. You understand what I'm saying? The streets did not need them to release it because neighbors was already talking. Unverified. It said it appeared Botham Shem John was sexually involved, that's what they said, with the female white cop who murdered him. She kept on her uniform and gun because she planned to murder him, possibly because of an angry dispute or a break-in relationship, or a breakup relationship because of another white woman. Now, a lot of us, I'm just keeping it real, you know, because I know this is what I thought. So maybe not everyone, but I thought this, okay? When I started doing my research, okay, on him, because first thing I heard was that they had probably was you know, could have been, you know, dating. I'm like, oh, they probably could have been dating. So then let me go look it up. So I'm looking on Twitter, on Instagram and stuff. So then you see pictures of him with white women. You like, oh, okay. So, you know, he do hang with white women. Okay, you know, so he be around them. So he's one of those guys, you know. And when I say one of those guys, come on now. You can play games and act like you don't know what I'm talking about if you want to, but you know what I'm talking about. One of them black men, those guys. Okay, and I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying. And then when I found the video on Twitter, this was back, you know, what, Saturday, I think it was, on Twitter, and I seen him singing, you know, the way he was singing in that type of, you know, it made me feel like that he was more in probably like a Caucasian, like a church, you know, because that's not always how a lot of black people, you know, celebrate the Lord, you know, singing in that manner. I'm just saying. So I was like, well, then this is not too far off that he could have been dating her, you know. So it's not like he didn't date white women and he didn't hang around them. Yes, he did. So, you know, but anyway, my whole purpose was to say that this, for me, just confirmed the crookedness of this already, how this whole thing is playing out. The crookedness of this already just confirmed for me what civil rights activist Essie Berry has been saying for years now about the Texas court system in a whole. That's what she already had been saying, that they're crooked. I think that they work with the police officers. I think who you know and money talks and all of that other stuff walks. They charged her with manslaughter. So then what my man did when I was talking about this morning, he looked up what, manslaughter in Texas is. It says this offense can result in a prison sentence from 2 to 20 years. Manslaughter, killing somebody, from 2 to 20 years, and or fines up to $10,000. Criminally negligent homicide is generally, come on now, people, listen to this word, generally a Texas jail felony. Generally, but not always. A conviction for this offense is punishable by a jail sentence from 180 days to 2 years, and or a fine up to $10,000. Now, she was a white woman, Dallas, Texas police officer who went in an apartment, shot and killed somebody. Based on what I heard, she had been drinking. I don't know. Why didn't she get arrested then? We all know. Come on now. We was already playing this when we heard this. We was like, come on now. We know if that was a black police officer that did that, that would not have never played out. He would have got arrested on spot. If she had been drinking, did they run a thing on her? Why did it take so long to release the name? Why was you investigating? She went inside his apartment and she wasn't supposed to be in there. Y'all said that y'all sit up there saying that they didn't know each other. So if they didn't know each other, that's even all the more then why the hell was she in there then? So then how was that his fault? Because he died, he got shot and killed because she accidentally, because she did not know him, ended up going into his apartment. So that's even all the more reason. Come on now. Come on, there's stuff on the news right now. I just saying something about a police officer getting in trouble for something. Y'all know in your minds, you like, yeah, because I remember seeing a black police officer, he got in trouble. Look, just confirms what civil rights activist Essie Berry had been saying about the Texas court system in a whole. They are crooked because she's going through it right now with Steve Harvey. They sitting up here sending her a whole bunch of BS letters, trying to talk about gag orders. You want to know why? Because money talks, who you know talks, and everything else, all that other stuff walks. And please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this video. Because like I said, this was all about talking about what we are talking about on these social media streets, whichever ones that they may be, whether they may be Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google Plus, whatever. We are really having these real conversations and doing like this when we see them talking about it and putting it up on the news, because they talking a whole bunch of nonsense. So we're gonna see how much time she gonna get with this manslaughter, which to me, like my man says, sounds like a manslaughter to the second degree, or however that go. I don't know if it's first degree manslaughter, like it should be, because you just went up in somebody's apartment and killed them, but they probably gonna get her with the, well, she didn't mean to. She thought it was hers. She had did a 15-hour shift. They probably give her 180 days and make her pay $10,000 fine. Then they're telling us that she bonded out $300,000. We don't even know. And what does that mean? Did she actually pay $300,000, or did she have to pay 10% of that, which was $30,000? So I'm not even totally sure if I understand what that means. Like, which one does she pay? And then I don't even know if I believe that. I don't even believe that she probably had to pay anything. I don't believe y'all. So what, she went based on what y'all the way that y'all are reporting it, you want us to believe that she had to pay $300,000. I'm pretty dang on sure you're not trying to tell us that she went and shot this 26-year-old Botham John in his apartment when he wasn't doing nothing in the chest and killed him Thursday evening, and then y'all gave her $30,000, $300,000 and 10%. So I'm pretty sure y'all trying to press this in the media, as if she had to pay $300,000. So what you trying to say? So what, she went and gave y'all the $300,000? So y'all paid. So she gave that to y'all Sunday evening. Don't nobody believe that. I mean, would she get a waiver? No, she didn't. We don't believe that. And like I said, The family's attorney, this prominent family attorney, said that they didn't know each other. Friends, neighbors is speaking something different. Okay. Um, well, then y'all gonna have to tell us something different. Y'all gonna have to tell us something right now at this point that makes a whole lot more sense than she didn't know that was her place, so she just happened to walk up in there. Because majority of us, that's not ratting out. It's not. So we're literally gonna have to see how this whole thing play out once again. But Black people, pay attention to what's going on, because you don't got to be out in the street no more. You can be in the confines of your own home, living your own life, and they can come in there and kill you and not give you any explanation, because we still haven't gotten any explanation at all. And if we haven't gotten one and we sit in the background watching, we know the family hasn't gotten anything. That's why they keep talking and trying to go out there in the media and find out what's going on. So please, like I said, like, share, and subscribe to this video. I'm going to take the links to the things that I said that was circulating on social media. I'm going to take that and stick that down in the description video. Make sure you go follow me on my Facebook page at Geneva's Closet, and you can see those things for yourself. This is, and I know I wouldn't laugh, but I purposely did not even look at the comments just so I can stay on subject. Because I wanted to talk about this, because I think that it's a shame, and it just shows the type of world that we live in. Stop telling me to be worried about everywhere else, because I need to be worried about the United States of America, because they don't give a damn about Black people. Wait a minute, ain't that what ain't that what old boy said? Kanye West. They don't give a damn about Black people. Yeah. Anyway, this is Geneva of Geneva's Closet. I hope you have a fabulous day. But I just needed to come on here and report a bunch of BS that is going on in the world that we stay in. People, all people, whoever you are, stay safe. But my people, watch your back. I will talk to you later, people. You have a fabulous day. Bye.